to draw an old school mermaid. We're going to start off with a nice curved line. This is going to create a base of the spine and the neck. Once we've done this, we're going to have a curved line coming across the top to make the shoulders, and we're going to have a triangle to make the pelvis. After this, we're going to start making the arms. Now the arms are going to be divided into two parts, and they're going to be roughly about half the length between the shoulders and the pelvis. Try to make them animated. I'm going to have one arm going up holding a mirror, and the other one's going to be facing down in a nice feminine motion. Just to keep it interesting. Now after this, I'm going to do a line for the tail. This is going to curve off the triangle, and you're going to curve around in a nice motion and split it off into two pieces. And then you add two triangle pieces on the tip of the arms for the hands. After this, I'm going to add an oval. This is going to be for the face. Make sure it's on that tip of that line and not touching the shoulder pieces. You want a little gap for the neck. Now we're going to do the body. The body's going to curve down from the shoulders, curving down to the tip of that triangle bit. And now from the edges of the triangle, curving up about halfway through the body, we're going to have two lines, and that's going to create the side parts of the body. Now after this, we're going to add two circles. This is going to be for the breasts. We want them slightly to the side because their body is slightly to the side, and they're fairly high up as well. Now because it's old school, it's not realistic. You want to get in the right sort of position. After this, we're going to create two bubble shapes going around the arm, and two bubble shapes around the forearm, but curving to a point so it almost curves towards the triangles. It just gives a bit more of a feminine motion to it. Now we're going to put a divide in the face, so you've got two crosses, and you're bringing a neck. So two curved lines for the neck. After this, you're going to create another sort of like bubble shaped line coming around the tail line to create the tail. Make sure you curve like a bit of curve in there so you kind of get the bum shape. The hands, you're going to bring sort of like triangle shapes to make the thumb, and very thin triangles to make the fingers. You're going to create a circle base there for the top. That's going to be for the mirror. Now the fin is two curved lines coming off, curving back together. And I've got a little triangle detail piece just in the middle. Now I'm going to raise all those lines inside it now because I don't need those lines. So we have the basic outline of it. And now I'm going to bring a sort of V shape just here. This is going to create the base of the tail. And a little line just down the centre to create the belly button. I'm going to create another V shape coming outside the body now and coming back to create a little nice flap, and I'm going to have little dot shapes making an old school pattern in between. I'm going to have diagonal lines going the whole way down now through the tail, and then going the opposite direction I'm going to have the other diagonal lines coming across. This is going to be an easy way of building up your scales. So what you're going to do now is create a little curve just on the bottom of each of those diamond shapes. Like so. Just follow this format and you won't go wrong. And next, we're going to do the face details. So I'm zooming close for you to see here. We're going to start off with the nose. The nose is going to be two little dots, a little bit lower than halfway through. And now if you draw two lines coming up from those nostrils going upwards, that's where you want to start your eyes going outwards. So you're going to create the nice eyelash curving off of those lines, curving out on a nice flick towards the end. And then we're going to create two dots on the inside to create the pupils, and we're going to have some nice high eyebrows. This is old school. You want it to have that sort of really old-fashioned pin-up look, so you need those eyebrows quite high. The mouth, we're going to build a line about halfway through, and then create two little points coming upwards to create the upper lip. Exaggerating them quite a bit. They're going to be quite high. And then the bottom lip is going to be a curve come underneath. Very simple. To show the bottom lip, like so. And now we've got to this stage, we can sort of define the jawline and kind of create the face shape the way we want it to. So I'm going to redefine the jawline now. I'm going to add a circle at the top, is where I'm going to add a little flower. So it's going to be a little flower in her hair. A little classic one. And now I'm going to do her hair. So I'm going to have a little fringe on the top. And I've got two circle bits to the side just to start building it up. So from here, I'm going to create the hair sort of like feathering down, curving down, a bit of kind of free flowy, and an extra bit on top just to build up the shape of it. And that's pretty much it for the face. So now we're going to go out and view the whole body again. Now from here, we're going to create her she-cell bra. So you're going to be a curve on the top and a line down the centre of each one, sort of tell you where you want the first loop to be. Now it's basically going to create loops just curving outwards. A real simple shape, but it's really effective. Just like so. And now we've got this done. We're going to create some little line details just on the fin now, I think. Yeah. So some straight lines coming off. And this is pretty much it for the outline. So now you want to get your pen out and go over it in a nice bold black. Like so. And then erase all your pen work if you can. So this is what you have. This is the base layer. So now I'm going to add some black in here. I'm going to start off with the hair. So on the fringe bit, black just comes from the bottom and the top, leaving a little highlight just in the centre of that piece. I'm going to do the same sort of principle for the side bits now. So black coming down from the top, from the bottom, and just leaving a little highlight strip in the middle. So you see, you've got 2 little highlights on the sides there. So a little black from the middle, black on the top. Now, top of the hair, black coming down from the top, leaving a little highlight at the bottom. And the tail fin is basically from the side, just coming inwards. Like so. And a little bit on the mirror, so a little bit on top of the mirror and a little bit at the bottom. That's it pretty much for the black. And I'm going to go into the body. Now, literally coming from the lines, just shading inwards a little bit. You know, nothing crazy, just coming up a nice flesh tone, and then when coming with a darker tone, just a little bit shorter. You know, make sure you do your flesh tones quite nice and bold. You know, you don't want to be sort of too dull. You know, it's old school, it's not realistic. Same principle with the face now. We're going to go all the way around the edge, and just a little bit above the eyelids. And then when come in with a darker flesh tone now, just add a little bit more detail like that. And to finish off the face now, we're going to have some red blush just on our cheeks. So just very faint, we're kind of coming to red, and a circular motion, just add on a bit of red like that. Now I'm going to put red in the flower, red on the base bits on the tail fin, and some yellow just in the bottom part, and that. Now the actual tail is going to be green, and we're going to have a yellow highlight just across the bottom part. And the she-shell bra is going to be like a hint of blue at the bottom, and the same for the tail fin as well. Now at this stage, you can leave it like this if you want. You know, this is pretty much done. Or like I like to do, I like to add tattoos at this point. So this is what I've done. And that's pretty much it, people. I hope you like it. Check out my videos. I am The Broken Puppet, and I'll see you next time. Peace.